Hi, welcome to Christine's Corner. You're going to love this special guest today is Pam. She's an artist. She's a pre-K teacher by day and artist by night. Hi, Pam. Thank you for coming.
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, same here. So what are you going to paint for everyone today?
Well, today we're going to paint a seascape, and we are going to start with a square canvas. So the first thing that I always do before I paint is I think of a word of what I want to paint. So it might be happiness or joy, but today I'm going to paint peace. And so what I do is I actually write the word on my canvas, and then I think about painting peace while I'm painting.
In pen?
Yes.
Wow.
But this will always get covered over if you want, or you can always add it later if you want, like in the waves and all. I wanted to show you the picture that I'm going to be using that we're working off of. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, but, beautiful.
So it's a seascape with a couple of chairs, as if you were sitting there looking into the ocean, and you know, it's a beautiful day. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this canvas into 3 parts, and the top will be the sky, and then the middle is going to be the water, and then the bottom will be the sand. So the first thing we're going to do is take
That'd be nice.
Just a blue
Seascape.
color. Yeah. So we're just going to cover the whole canvas with this blue, and it's just a real quick brush stroke. Usually you cover up the sides too with whatever you're painting. So this is just a regular acrylic paint. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it. Sometimes I use anything at the even at Michael's or the paint store, you know, at Walmart, whatever you can get on sale.
Can you get it at the dollar store?
Yes, the dollar store just started having acrylics, and they also have, like, if you like to pour paint, they have the pouring medium now. So you can do paint pouring, which is a big thing now.
What a pretty color.
Yeah, I love this color. It's like a periwinkle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this whole canvas with the blue. And this is just to get you started. The top of the canvas is going to be lighter than the rest of the canvas because the sky's going to be the lightest part. And then you'll have the sand on the bottom, but we're still going to paint it blue here.
Why do you do that if there's no blue there?
Basically,
or water.
I do underpainting, so I used to do it in opposite colors, but what it ends up doing is it gives you a lot of depth in your painting after you're finished. And also what it does is mentally it shows you that you're not just working on a blank canvas, so it's easier to work with. You're not just staring at blank white. So, and it gives you a little bit of texture too. So, like, I know I'm going to have some chairs here, so I might put in some strokes where the chairs are going to go. And I'm also visually dividing it into 3s so that you can see there's going to be the sand and then the water and then the sky. So I'm just going to finish up the borders here quickly.
You know, I put mine on last because it's so messy I'd get my fingers on it.
Yeah. I usually get it all over the place. I should have warned you guys. I put on a tablecloth. I'm kind of a messy painter. I work with preschoolers a lot, and I think I like it so much because I'm a lot like them.
Oh.
So it's just fun. But I've learned a lot watching them, as they have no fear of what they put down on paper or the canvas, where a lot of times we're all worried about how it's going to look, and
They just flow and
yeah,
whatever,
they just
how they
do it.
feel, yeah.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue. It's actually, what is that? Cobalt blue is the main blue that I've used. I'm going to add some white to it. So I get a really pale sky, because it's going to be like during the spring or the summer where you have the really, really pale sky. Whereas like in the autumn, this is kind of the color of the sky now. And that's going to be in the top third. Add some white to it. And you can carry that color around too. So I'm doing all the backgrounds first and put in the main colors. So this is going to be your sky, and then we're going to go in with some blue and some green for the ocean.
What color green?
This is Viridian green, and we're using a darker blue, which is ultramarine blue.
Ultramarine blue?
Yeah, so there are these darker colors here, and we're going to add a little bit of white to them so that it's not like a really, really deep blue. Like we want kind of a medium blue at the bottom part, and then the darker blue up here, because as it goes back farther, it's going to be darker. So I'm going to start with the medium blue and get darker. And I usually paint the lighter colors first, and then I add to it, add the darker colors. So this is kind of a greenish blue that I'm painting on that third, the middle third here.
It's pretty.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice colors that are blending together.
Yeah, that's what I like about acrylics, is you can just keep blending and blending, and it's nice because you can just paint over and keep going, and it's great.
If you mess up, you can fix it.
Right. And so the top of the second third is going to be the darkest. So I just use the purest colors of those, of the green, Viridian green, and the cobalt. And I'm going to just fade it out into the front here as we go down. Okay, so.
That just looks like water.
So it's starting to look like it. We'll add some whites for the different waves and everything. Just trying to get my picture so I don't forget what it is. Can't find it. It's not coming up. Anyway, so in the front, what we have is we have the two white chairs that are like Adirondack chairs, and they're kind of like rectangles that go down. And then
You can show them.
yeah, so I'm showing you. So the rectangles that kind of go down, and then the chair has like a arm, and then it goes down like that. So real quickly, that's one of the chairs. And then we're going to have two of them next to each other. And we'll go in and add some detail too. Okay. And then along the side, we're going to have some bushes that are going to come up, like some grasses that'll come up, and then we're going to add the sand. So the sand is just brown and a lot of white and a little bit of gold here. So you want it to be kind of lightish. Like I like a lot of the gold in there. And maybe some more white. Okay, I'm not gonna get this done. So we're gonna add the sand in the middle.
Oh, you put this hand on there now.
Yeah, so we're gonna add the sand like around the chairs. So the sand is in the middle third there. And just go around the chairs. And under the chairs and all along the bottom. And bring it here.
That's really fast. It really changes the scenery from
It does.
the colors.
It's amazing how the painting changes back and forth. And so next we're going to add the grasses that are on the side. And then this is like all the just quick shapes that we're putting in, and then we'll go back in to add the details. So I always start with a photograph or something that to start out with to get me going and give me ideas of how it's going to look. Sometimes I do a bunch of different photographs and put them together. So now I'm going to add the grasses. So I'm going to take the Viridian green again. I'll probably add a little bit of the brown to it. So it's like a darker green. And then the grasses are just going to be popping up like this. And actually, I'm going to use a smaller brush here. And these grasses have like those little ends, I don't know what they're called, but they've got these little fuzzy things on the ends.
You see them in the ocean.
Yeah.
At the ocean, at
Ocean
the beach.
grass, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm basically just using the greens and the browns and blending them together, and with a little bit of yellow. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side, just a little bit. Just kind of frames your painting here. Gives you some ideas of where they are. And then I'll bring in some real green too. Add some color.
Oh, it just keeps changing. It's very pretty.
Thanks. It's amazing how things change, as you're painting them.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add some grasses, just regular grass, like you're looking in on this. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into the clouds. And we're going to add like little cotton balls with white. And sometimes I use a sponge, but today I'm just going to use a brush. I'm going to use the bigger brush. And so I forget if they're cirrus clouds or what the different clouds are.
Oh, I don't know. Don't ask.
I used to know. No, I have to teach it, but I always forget. But you're just going to make like round cotton balls stuck together for your clouds because it's like a beautiful day out here. And maybe one up here. So just a few of them just coming in here. You don't want too many, I guess, but just to give you an idea of some clouds. And then we're going to add some waves to the water. So again, I'm going to add it with white. And the waves, usually it's just like little, I don't know, tiny little strokes that are going around just different places where you might see them. And what I'm doing is I'm following some of the brush strokes the way it's going to add. And
That's pretty easy. I thought it was hard to do the waves, but that's
yeah,
good.
no, you just, it's just like an indication. And what I keep doing is I keep adding whiter colors, and it just pops it out a little more. Like here, there's a little bit of waves, and sometimes there's like a lot of foam that goes into the sand here. So I'm just kind of adding that, and it's usually whiter towards the actual water. So sometimes it might go down a little bit farther, depending on what kind of waves they are.
I show them. That was,
Oh,
yeah, that was great.
keep forgetting to
Yeah.
show you. So they're kind of like clouds, I guess, just little tiny ones that you're doing.
Yeah, this one right there. In the middle.
Yep, okay. And then I'm going to go back in on the chairs. So the chairs are basically white, and there's like the little arms, and these are like wooden planks. So I'm trying to add some shading into it. And I know I'm missing something on that chair, but I'm not sure what yet. And sometimes I take some of the same colors and I add them. Like I might add some of the sandy color to some of the clouds just to make it match the whole color, so they look better. But
That's awesome.
thanks. And then if you have anything that you want to add some light to, and go back in with, a lot of times I'll use yellow or white. But so what I'll do is just keep adding more detail until we get a finished painting. And I usually go in with smaller and smaller brushes as I go. But that gives you an idea of what.
That looks really good. Yeah, I like
Thanks.
that.
So
It's amazing to watch how a painting comes to life from scratch. When you
yeah, it is. It's
you
really
never
fun
know
to
the
watch.
whole one color background isn't the whole thing that you can paint on top of that.
Yeah, and it still shows through, so it kind
It does, yeah.
of ties the whole painting together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we got 4 minutes, so
Okay.
whatever you want to add to that.
all right, I think I'll start adding some shadows to the sand here. So I'm adding a little bit more brown color, a little darker to add some shadows. So like around the chair legs. And I'm gonna have to go in and fix those chairs because I'm not thrilled with them. But just so I'm just adding shadows like at the bottom where they would be in the sand. And also there's like, you know, people have walked all over the sand, so you probably want to add just some darker colors, and then you can blend it in with some other.
Do you have to put the sun in?
You don't have to. I mean, you could if you wanted to. I don't always. Like on this one, I probably won't. But you could just add some yellow up here to indicate that the sun's that way, because the sun would probably be quite high at a day like this.
Okay.
I also would go in to some of the parts of the water where it's deeper and add some darker colors to just give it some more depth here.
Well, it does change again.
Yeah. It's amazing how long it takes and how
Just
much
one
more
stroke can change the
depth.
whole picture.
Yeah. Just adding, like I have red here, so I might just add a little bit of red to the green for the grass, and that makes a shadow because it's opposite. So the red and the green make a really dark gray, which adds, just adds a little more depth of these. Maybe just like underneath the little grasses and stuff. And on the other side too. Just to give you some idea of where the grass is and how it's going, and might add a little bit in here. Maybe this is where some shells. So you could add some more shells, work on the shape of your chairs, and just keep going, keep adding darks and lights. That's how I do it.
Very nice. I'm
you.
very impressed. For more information, can you give them your email?
Yeah.
I know it's been showing on the screens, but
Yep. My email is peacebreezes@gmail.com.
that's great.
Yeah.
Do you teach art?
I do. I just started teaching some classes, both live and like in person, and also on Facebook. And I'm going to start a cookbook series next. I haven't written it yet, but we're going to take an old cookbook and put all our favorite recipes in it for like a family heirloom.
Oh, very nice.
So
You
I'm gonna
also
be doing that.
illustrated a book that I read here.
Yes, I did. I illustrated that book. Yeah.
That was very good. Yeah, very
Thanks.
good.
Yeah.
I'll be reading it again.
Great.
So thank you for
Yep.
coming, Pam.
You're welcome.
It was excellent. I can't say enough. Please come back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was great.
And thank you for coming. I'll see you next week.
Welcome, I'm Nick Augustino. I'd like to welcome you to the Clam Box, where we do seafood our way. We got lobster roll, fried clams, fish and chip, fried shrimp, and our famous onion rings. We put a lot of precaution into the safety for you and your family. Not only do we use plexiglass at the cash register and sanitizer, we all wear gloves and we all keep a 6-foot distancing, and everybody must wear a mask. We carry all the options. We got DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, and of course, we got curbside where we bring it right to your car. Online ordering is available at clamboxnewbritain.com or by calling us at 860-357-3118. The Clam Box, 586 West Main Street, New Britain.